Hello, everybody. My name is Amol Patel. You're watching the Smoking Hot Coffee Show, where every day, Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we talk to startup founders. I'm joined with,
Hey guys, I'm Jeff Pelton down here in San Diego.
and today we've got an amazing interview with Allon from TVPage.com. Jeff, tell us more about TVPage.
Oh, TVPage is a really exciting product, especially for you and I, or YouTube publishers, or people with a lot of YouTube content. They basically will take any YouTube video or many videos and wrap it up into a nice little package that's like a really branded channel experience that you would want when you embed that video on other websites. So if we're going to take your your YouTube videos and just kind of put them on your blog, this is a lot nicer way to wrap the video in your branded experience, so that, like, particularly when they get to the end of the video, YouTube might want to show suggested videos, but you can now choose to show your own videos or suggest the ones you want. You can lead them, you can do call to actions, and you can lead the audience into a deeper experience rather than just having the video end abruptly.
So let me get this straight, Jeff. So in the past, when you embed a video on a website, you get a bunch of related videos toward the end of at the end of the video. Now you're saying I can control what that screen looks like?
Yeah, exactly. YouTube has some options, but it's limited. I think you can turn off the suggested, which most blogs or brands would do, but this really wraps your typical YouTube video and just adds a whole extra experience around it. So we even talk about things like, we don't hear a ton about it these days, but like the 10-foot experience, or watching these sorts of video on your big screen, their experience really is a guide. So more than just one video, you can navigate through your whole channel right within that one little embed player. So I'm excited to what that could look like on your big screen. Could be a really immersive experience.
Right. No, I think that's so great. Many times you end up at a related video that has nothing to do with your company or what you're trying to say or what you're trying to get across in the world. And, a lot of times you want to show them another video that's related to your product or related to your service or whatever it is that you're trying to push. And you really don't have that much control. And it's really great that Allon's software here is going to allow that. One of the other key use cases is for vendors, people that are selling stuff on an e-commerce site.
Magento specifically, right? Might be a great target.
Absolutely. So he talked about how they're building on Magento's platform, and Magento, for those that don't know, is a very popular open source e-commerce platform. And so many stores on the internet use Magento. And so if you're watching a video on the example that he used was motorcycle parts, and the guy showing how to use a specific part or how to use it on the motorcycle, you're kind of engaged in that learning, and you're learning more about the product and about them and about the company. And so you want to show a product. You want to show the product with a buy button at the end. Or you want to show them related products or videos that are related around that product category. And you don't want to show related random videos that you happen to be watching that day or whatever YouTube thinks it is. So this is
just controlling that experience, particularly for a brand, is so important, because even you just leave less to the unknown. The viewer is going to get to the end of the video. With this, you're much more likely to capture them, engage them even further. Whereas if the video just ends, it's kind of up to the user to where they want to bounce off to next. So this just really helps capture their attention and keep it going down the funnel you want, right, which is towards the buy button.
Yeah, no, that's huge. It's huge. You've built a rapport with this person on the video. You've learned about the company. You feel good about them possibly because you've watched the whole thing. Maybe now you're ready to watch another one. And after 2 or 3 of these videos, maybe after a couple, you're ready to buy. You don't want to hunt around for the buy button. You want to buy. And Allon's company and this software allows you to do that. Please, everybody, check out TVPage. It's a great product. And we're seeing the beginnings of this thing. He spent a couple of years building it, and he was nice enough to share that journey with us. Jeff, this is why we do the show, Jeff.
Absolutely. It's great to see another Southern California startup really making a go at it. We think this is a really hot space. We're glad that he's helping out in this effort, because it's tough for people who are making video, and really we're excited about it because we're always looking for optimizing our usage of video content. I think it's still early days, and YouTube is hot and on fire. There's so many videos there, but really people are struggling with taking advantage of it to the max. Making the most use of it. So I think this is a great tool to help you do that.
Absolutely. And he goes through the software on our show. So if you happen to be watching it on YouTube or some video format of this episode, you'll get to see him walk through and how easy it is to import your videos into your widget and all that. And
Yep, and
uh,
that's so important, the ease of use there. It's great.
yeah, absolutely. So with that, definitely check it out. If you are in e-commerce, if you are planning getting into e-commerce, and video is a big, huge, engaging media for e-commerce, you definitely want to check that out. And also subscribe to our show on iTunes and on Stitcher, YouTube. Jeff?
Absolutely, guys. Please send us emails, info@smokinghotcoffee.com. And there's also our website where you can reach us and find all the ways to subscribe. Please send us emails. Tell us how we're doing, what you want to hear from us, guests that we should have on, topics we should cover.
Absolutely. We really, really treasure these emails. So please send them our way. And with that, let's cut to our show.
All right.
Okay, so great. Today, we've got Allon from San Diego on and his startup, TVPage. Thanks for coming on the show today, man.
Thank you for having me.
It's our
Appreciate it.
pleasure.
Yeah, yeah. So, Jeff, do you want to set this one up? You know how you found Allon?
Yeah, so Alon's a friend of a friend from the Disruptive Thinkers event in San Diego, and we're always rooting for San Diego startups. And plus he's built a video TV platform on top of YouTube. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited to learn about this and see what he's working on.
Yeah. So, Allon, let's get into it. So, how do you know
Yeah.
disruptors? Where'd you come up with the idea? Like, how long you been in development? How you gonna make some money? Give us the play-by-play.
We've been in development for just about 2 years now. We emerged out of development. We're never-ending development essentially, but we
Right.
put our product out there for the first time just about a month ago. The product is the company and the product are called TVPage. TVPage.com is where to go. Essentially what we do is we help any merchant, online or media entity, so we're talking commerce or blogs, kind of on both sides of the spectrum, to organize and collect their video content to kind of more effectively retain users around the video experience, as opposed to kind of putting scattered players all over their website and hope that one person would or viewer would view a video after they finish watching one.
Okay.
Instead of that, we have a guide-based system which kind of manages and offers navigation built into the player.
Okay. All right.
Somewhat,
So I'm not going to interrupt you too much, but I'm just curious here. So at the end of the video, usually you get a set of videos that YouTube serves up as related. Why is that? Why would you want to circumvent that? Is there a reason?
well, we're not. Yeah, we're not circumventing that. When you're on YouTube, and that's excellent. You watch a video, and you get related videos that YouTube determines are related, and YouTube does an amazing job,
Okay.
without a doubt. This
Right.
is YouTube, it's Google, it's the ultimate search engine for discovering content.
Right.
But when you're on a website, a merchant or a blog, the owner of that site wants to keep their viewers engaged with their content. They don't want them to view content that may or may not be related,
All right. I love this. So you're saying at the end of that
Also-
video, if it's on that guy's site, you want to show that guy wants to show more of his videos, not what YouTube wants to share.
Exactly. What we do in a nutshell is we make every single website their own mini YouTube, kind of
Okay.
around their brand around their brand and their content.
Gotcha. So instead of these random videos that are going to take my visitor away and share, you want to try to control all the videos that person's going to see.
Right. It's all about controlling the experience and eventually converting viewers to action.
Okay.
Whatever that action may be. If it's a merchant, you want them to buy the product. If it's a blog, you want them to learn more. You want them to keep them engaged. So eventually you create more value for your ad inventory online on your website.
Let me get this straight here, Allon. So if I make a video, I'm on a motorcycle dealer, let's say, and you pulled up that website earlier, so I'm going to talk about that.
Yep.
And I want to, I've got a bunch of videos on specific motorcycles that I have in stock or whatever, I don't know, or repairs or whatever I do. Isn't there a way in YouTube to block related videos, or to is there a way to do that, is
Sure.
your solution the only way to do it, or I'm just curious?
Well, there are some ways to do it, but again, it's more about creating an entire experience around not just one video on your website. So if you have, say you're use that motorcycle parts company as an example. They sell motorcycle parts online,
Okay.
and they're using our product right now. They have about 40 or 50 YouTube videos where essentially what they do is they train their viewers on how to use their parts and how to install their parts, and eventually, that helps them get more engaged with their viewers and convert their viewers to buyers and recurring buyers, ideally.
Right.
So what they do is, instead of, most companies that use video for whatever it is, training or marketing, a lot of them would send their clients over to YouTube to view their channel and experience their content on YouTube, or they would make an attempt to get all their content or portion on their site. But the second you're dealing with 30, 40, 50, sometimes a few hundred videos,
Right.
creating an experience on your site becomes a project. It becomes something that
That's a good
you have
point.
to invest in. Right.
Yeah, definitely.
And so it's not just a matter of being able to embed a video. It's now, how do I embed 100 videos and keep my users engaged around this content? Most sites today, millions of sites, sites just raise their hands and they say, forget it, I'm just going to send them over to YouTube. And if you've seen, at the bottom of most sites, you have, among your social media icons, you have a YouTube icon, and that just goes straight to the YouTube channel.
Right.
Now, we feel that for merchants especially, it's important to keep your buyers on your site. The last thing you want to do if someone walks into your store is send them away, because
Absolutely.
who knows that they're gonna come back.
Absolutely.
That's just basic,
This whole thing about keeping them on our site is a topic near and dear to both myself and Jeff. Right, Jeff?
Completely. Yeah, we talk about marketplaces, and I'm always cognizant or weary of that problem. Like, let's say you're a restaurant listed on Yelp, and now your customers are looking at all the other restaurants in the neighborhood because they're leaving a review for you.
Right.
So they're sort of like, may not be the best thing all the time.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we've experienced that same thing with YouTube.
Exactly. I mean, when you go to YouTube, you're going to watch content that you were sent to watch, but it's very quick within YouTube to find yourself watching something else. I mean, we all know that we can kind of doze off on YouTube and wind up spending an hour eventually watching something that's completely unrelated.
Yeah, completely unrelated. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So what this sounds like to me is kind of like what blogs are doing with the related articles. There might be some different software services or plugins for WordPress that offer that. That's so powerful, right? Like, you get to the bottom of a blog post and they lead you into something else that might be similar or engaging as well. This is kind of the equivalent for video, it seems like.
Yes, to some extent it is. I think there are a lot of content together to bring stuff to make sure that the experience is that much better, on every single site, as opposed to leaving it to the large players only to retain the users. So
Gotcha.
kind of spread the wealth among the sites.
Well, so this really briefly goes into your product and what you're trying to do. Let's talk a little about you, man. Like, why are you doing this, man? What's your background, and why did you even get into this?
Well, before TVPage, I was with a company that I also co-founded called Opticom. We developed systems for the broadcast industry for transporting video, also very much dealing with video, but very different. Transporting video communications between studio to studio, maintaining high quality communications, pre-production and really a whole different spectrum of video management. But just being in the broadcast space, I learned a lot about how interaction with television works, and we see a lot of concepts there, the concepts that are very familiar to me in TV that really are missing online. And so that's how kind of I came up with the concept of TVPage, where essentially we're missing a remote control for our video online. Every single player is just a play and a pause box, kind of a so when we watch TV at home, whether it's whatever cable network we're using, we're using a remote control to be able to navigate. So that navigation, we believe, and I believe tremendously, really needs to be built into the video experience and not just on a text-driven website.
All right. So okay. So you're in the past you used to do a lot of technology that help sort of high-end video or maybe lots of heavy video transferring between stations, and then being in that industry, you started thinking about remote controls and how it didn't apply to the
Well, yeah,
computer.
I've always kind of been cognizant of the connection between the online space and the television space. And what we do, just being in the broadcast space, I've kind of opened my mind a lot to what we would need to bring to the online space to converge the two better. Before Opticom, I was with an online media company that did quite a bit called Hotbar. I don't know if you've heard of it. About 10 years ago, we had an extensive media platform, and we got to about 20-30 million users with a relatively viral product that was that generated this community around a very targeted audience. And what we were able to what I learned from that experience, combined with the broadcast experience, really at the end generated the concept for TVPage, building communities around collecting content and managing content, but with a navigation, guide management system built into it.
Okay, so I'm going to push back here a little bit with you, Alon, because I'm still trying to sort out why you're doing this and what the alternatives are, and I just want to see what your thoughts are with this. So let's say I run a blog. Let's say I've got 50 videos. All right.
Okay.
And let's say your player did not exist, and I had to embed them all on one big long page. Why would you not? Like, why is that a bad idea in your opinion, versus having it all kind of in one square as opposed to a scrolling series of squares?
So it's not a problem to embed. You can continue to do that, and that's fine. That's what it said. But with our solution, every single player becomes a discovery mechanism for all of your content. So you can decide with our solution how to manage every single box. Instead of, because right at a certain point in time, you grab someone's attention with one box.
Yeah,
right? And that attention is grabbed because that particular box is playing a video of interest to that person.
Right.
But you can't count on that person potentially scrolling down afterwards and maybe viewing another box that may be interested to them or interested for them. You want to grab their interest right after they viewed that video.
Okay. All right. I'm just trying to visualize this, Jeff. Does that? What do you think about this? Like, he's saying people may not scroll. People may want to just set up that one box, and you can grab them and go deeper in the box versus scrolling down. Let's say.
I think it makes a lot of sense. The brands really need to be able to control this experience, and I think that's the valuable piece that we'll probably get to. But I mean, we've seen YouTube evolve in the way that they've even handled that the suggestions at the end of the video. I think they've evolved it and changed it quite a bit over time and experimented. And I think that was when Amul, when you and I were working at a video broadcast company, we were studying that to some extent, watching it, and I think it's indicative that YouTube knows how powerful and important that is to kind of continuing the engagement, right? Like you're saying, if you can pair up two videos that are similar, you're far more likely to double your watching experience, stay in that experience and continue going deeper. So for a brand, I think that's exactly what you want, is to keep them in your shell, in your bubble, in your website, and kind of have the best experience to guide them to the best content, right? So I mean, I guess you could do that by hand, right, as opposed to having it all on one long page just kind of scattered about. You could probably build a custom navigation for your thing and do it all yourself, but what it sounds like is TVPage is kind of doing the algorithm and the optimization and the suggestions for you, right? So and maintaining that brand experience control.
Exactly. It's the I'm sorry. It's the. So just to interject here, these are great points. I appreciate it. And what we do is exactly that. We do these suggestions for you. We have the optimization algorithms and the techniques and the strategies that we deploy. But even when you want to do it manually, I'll add, you need a content management platform, a system to be able to manage it effectively on your site. Because if you have 50 videos and you have this long scrolling list of videos, if every one of your 50 videos could be part of a TV page, as we call it, or a container, a box, a more a sophisticated player, you could embed to a different video at each point in time, or wherever you'd like that video to be on your site or on a page. But at each point, you could continue to navigate into your entire collection, and you could manage these multiple collections as you wish. So it gets pretty sophisticated and it gets pretty complex to be able to manage all this effectively without some kind of a system.
Well, I have to tell you, Allon, I honestly feel like the fact that you're allowing a blog owner or a website owner to be able to almost curate that sort of box experience and go in. They may not have a lot of those tools available, and you are giving them that option is a great thing. If I want to embed 50 on one big long page, I can do that, but there may not be a way to do 50 going deep within one box, and so you're offering that option, and I think it's really great. I also agree with you that once you're caught in one box, you may want to just, if you're given other options, you may be more willing to elect that versus scrolling down. There's some people that want to scroll, some people that may not. So either way, giving people that option is a great idea. And so let's talk about is this a plugin for WordPress? How are you getting this out there?
So right now we're developing our plugins for several different platforms, WordPress included. Okay. But we're focusing, to be honest, at the moment on the merchant side. So we're going to have a plugin release for Magento. Okay. First and foremost, and the reason for that is we believe that our value is very, very obvious on the product side. Right. In addition, because there's a layer that we haven't talked about just yet, which I'll explain. Okay. In addition to the ability to drill down, so to speak, or to go to create a whole new avenue of viewing during the experience, right. We are able to, because of our guide system and because we have navigation built into the player, we're able to add products and calls to action during the experience. Oh,
that's great.
And that's something that our platform enables.
Well, hold on a second, Allon. You just threw a big, huge. That was a big piece to swallow. Hold on a minute. So you're talking about a video sales e-commerce experience here.
Right. No, this is very much an e-commerce solution. Wow. It's tailored for organization, for the media, for the blog, for any user, for the enterprise. And management, just like we spoke about, okay. But also very directly tailored to the merchant to be able to create a whole new avenue to their cart.
Well, Magento is a very, very, very popular e-commerce platform. Have you seen anything like this for Magento yet?
No.
Well, bang! It sounds to me like you might have a little winner here.
We're excited. We actually one of our advisors is someone pretty high up in Magento. We work directly with Magento, so we're working now tailoring our solution for the platform. And we're excited.
Jeff, I love these narrow platform plays. I love that.
Yeah, I think there's so much that can be done with our product.
Listen, man, it's smart. It's smart. This is great. The fact that you're not going crazy and just building on one platform, you have a connection there. I'm thinking about it from a distribution marketing standpoint. I think Magento's here in Los Angeles, Culver City. If I'm incorrect. Yeah, they're right here. So if you theoretically can come down and visit these guys and sit in front of them and take them out to lunch and stuff. We were just talking about this yesterday, right, Jeff, about business development. And if you can build that relationship and they can promote you in their marketplace, they've got so many customers. I mean,
right. No, there's not. I mean, Magento is very excited about the product because, I mean, everyone's talking today about. We just came back from the Magento conference in Vegas not too long ago. Mm-hmm. Everyone's talking about the omni-channel, which today is how many different channels exist to buy a product, and it's not just your website and the product page and your checkout page. It's everything beyond that. It's mobile. It's TV potentially as well. And so when looking at video, it is just a growing, booming piece of e-commerce today. And there are a lot of questions around what are the best solutions to manage video, and how do we integrate the video with the actual cart? Mm-hmm. So we've developed, in addition to our guide-based system, we've developed pretty smart systems and strategies to connect to the cart and associate the right products with the right videos for our merchants.
Oh,
Sounds very
interesting.
cool, man. How many customers does Magento have? Several hundred, you think? 700,000?
Magento, I think, is don't quote me on this, but about 150,000 active, and
Okay.
I think it's in the hundreds of thousands, definitely. I'm
Okay.
not
All
sure how
right.
many.
Let's say it's a couple 100,000. What do you think,
Definitely.
man? You think 1% of that market would be interested, or is even a prospect
I
for you?
I believe that they would. I mean, so far the response has been very positive.
Awesome.
Coming from YouTube as a channel and partner, tell us what do they offer right now for like annotations and links to? I think I've seen that they have some sort of linking opportunity to
Sure.
products or things, but it must have some restrictions. Tell us, what is YouTube
Very good
doing?
point. Yeah, terms of service. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Mhm. YouTube. So YouTube has they have several pieces or I think add-ons or tools that you can use to convert to action from a YouTube video. There are some other solutions out there that complement and provide a solution around a single video. Um, what makes our product unique is that you first, like we mentioned, create this experience. You're creating a guide. So the guide is really our added value before you even talk about conversion. And that experience on the merchant site is something that creates that new space, that new inventory or space, so to speak, where you can use that to really push and promote any particular product you'd like.
Right.
So it's really a very different solution from what YouTube would offer because YouTube's guide, so to speak, or is essentially YouTube.com,
Hmm.
and you have to be able to use space outside of the video, unrelated to the video space itself, which
Right.
we obviously we don't block, we don't hinder, which is something that YouTube does not allow.
Hmm.
And we obviously adhere to their terms of service very meticulously. So we outside of the video, you don't really have much space unless you have a system that
Right.
manages that for you.
Right.
CMS,
So,
yeah.
let's get into this terms of service issue. Now, obviously, video is a heavy and expensive media to broadcast to people around the world, and YouTube offers an awesome service that lets anybody upload video and stream it to whoever they want. Obviously,
Right.
you got to adhere to their terms of service. Now, I know YouTube is a money-making enterprise, commercial, just like any other, and they're
Sure.
interested in making money. So let's say you have a really popular merchant and he has tons of video and he's streaming a lot of video from YouTube, and let's
Right.
say they're making some good money using their service, but not really showing a lot of YouTube ads if they've turned them all off. Is that allowed? I mean, do you see that happening?
Is what allowed? Sorry, I don't.
Being able to embed commercially oriented videos on a merchant site without without showing the ads, without showing the advertising.
I believe that YouTube has an option where you can turn off the ads.
Right. And
Yeah.
so let's say for a moment you started, you got really popular, you got a huge Magento customers who start streaming lots of megabytes, gigabytes, let's say. I wonder if it would even catch YouTube's attention. It probably wouldn't. Maybe they have so much bandwidth it wouldn't even matter.
I don't know, but right now any Magento site can embed any video on any product page, and that's exactly what they do. If you go to any product page, there are actually a bunch of plugins right now that let you add videos to product pages and associate the right product pages and the right products with the right videos. A very big percentage of YouTube content is exactly that, is product promotional, business promotional,
Right.
brand promotional content, which a lot of Magento and other commerce-based sites use and embed on their site. All we do is provide an organizational structure, just like WordPress does for content.
Right.
We're just tailored around video.
Gotcha.
So anyone can use a WordPress site in a manner that may violate YouTube's terms. We make certain that we don't, and we specify in our terms that our users do not.
Right.
And if we find out that our users do, we would obviously cancel their subscription, their usage. But it's the same thing with any CMS, WordPress, Magento, Shopify, Joomla, whatever it is. So
Gotcha.
Sure.
Gotcha. No, I was just talking philosophically about making money and not sharing that revenue with YouTube, and if they would have an issue with it. But I think you'd have to be a huge player for them to have an issue. So.
Right. I don't know that. Yeah, I really can't speak to YouTube's agenda or Google's business vision. I don't know why they would let, if they do let people turn off ads. I'm not sure what the reason is behind that. I believe Google has a strategy, I would imagine, to control or drive as much of the web-based video that they can, and obviously the vast majority is Google. So they have their own strategies behind that. I think. We're a complement to YouTube. We provide a nice solution to be able to enhance the experience around the YouTube content on websites. So I think from YouTube's standpoint, it's only a plus. It's only a benefit for for a user to deploy our product, because right now the solutions that YouTube gives you to deploy their YouTube video on your website are relatively limited. And I think for them if they want to continue to ensure that websites are going to use YouTube content and not stream their own content, which it seems like they're driving, then more complementing solutions that make it a better experience, I think, would be favored upon.
I completely agree. Yeah. Do you want to share your screen now? Maybe walk us through a little bit of your product?
Sure. So here, if you
and while you pull that up, let me ask just a random question, kind of unrelated, but where do you see the 10-foot experience, the actual TV experience coming from broadcast and background? Question. Do you think is this all targeted at the desktop and maybe mobile right now, or is there TV in the future?
We are completely supportive of any screen environment, and that's actually a very good question. Every single TV page that you see, and right now you're looking at a TV page player embedded on a merchant website. You can see that it's being displayed in a certain format. The guide here is being displayed in a certain manner where you can navigate through multiple videos and you can create channels within this experience. Every single device that you approach this website or this TV page with would display it to that device in a manner that's responsive and adaptive to that device. So if you were to approach this with an iPhone, with a smartphone, or with a tablet, we would automatically detect that, and we would serve the player in a manner that's responsive to that. So you can actually go and look at our website, and you can see on the templates page how we kind of show, a tablet would have the guide being displayed, your collection, your guide, your creation being displayed in a manner that's most responsive and sensitive to the tablet's needs. The same with the smartphone, etc. And then and any device beyond that. So essentially, when you're talking about the 10-foot experience, we have every capability to natively detect and present our content to any experience. So there's a lot of discussion here, and with some third parties as well, about developing on our platform a very nice 10-foot served experience.
Great. Yeah, it's awesome to hear. I'm just curious, what that space looks like right now. Personally, me, for the past, however many decades, I've been using just like a home theater PC that I built. So I effectively have a desktop plugged into my big screen.
Right.
But this is an interesting space, that we've kind of yet to see really a big player, I guess, like an Apple TV or something come in.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Sure. I mean, if we get into it, there's a lot that's going on there that's in question. I mean, that space. We're more of an online company, but we're definitely cognizant, and we have solutions in mind for the second screen, so to speak, and TV space, and a lot of that space is evolving. So we'll have a lot to share in the future, I believe.
So can you walk us through, Allon, the TVPage.com site, and kind of set up a player and all that? Because we got
Sure. Right before I do that, let me just show you here on CycleWorld. I'll show you. It's good to show kind of the front end sometimes before I show the back end,
right?
And because people, that puts things into perspective. But here, on this particular, this is a website called California Cycle Works. They sell motorcycle parts online. Here you can see YouTube ads, being served, so we don't interfere with any of that.
Right.
So I've muted the video sound just so you can hear me talking.
Right.
But this guy here is the owner of the company is describing here how to use their parts as you and kind of towards the end of the experience here. You'll see as the video will, and if we give it a few seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
These sorts of videos, by the way, are really incredible. I mean, just as a motorcycle owner, I actually did a little bit of maintenance recently, and having them show how to use the product makes you probably 10 times more likely to buy it.
Absolutely.
Right. And you can see right after the experience, the related products are here, being displayed for you to immediately convert to the cart here.
That is great, man. That is great. Allon, hold on a second.
Beautiful.
I just want to say, man, that is great.
Right. And notice what happens here, beyond that, you continue to watch. If you do nothing, it moves on to the next video.
Oh, I love it, man.
Hands-free.
So what we've created here is
all right. I'm sold, man. I can see how maybe a long page versus a deeper page like this is better. Yeah.
Well, you know why? Because I tend to agree to some extent, because I think if we look at television for years, we've been watching television in a deep type experience, and we stay engaged with it, and it kind of brings us in. And obviously, it's a matter of how good the content is, but television was designed around video. The internet was not, if we think about it. So now that video is a dominant part of the internet, I think it's about time to start designing the internet around video, with video in mind, which is exactly what we do. So.
Gotcha.
That's
Yeah.
great.
That's great.
It's such a we applaud you for that effort.
Yeah,
Obviously,
man.
We're sort of in that sweet spot right now of experimenting with video and the web and YouTube's power. I think people haven't yet figured out how to fully embrace it. The one beautiful thing that is like smoking hot coffee when we look at YouTube is it's great because the embed is so universal and easy, it's so distributed. But it's really helpful to have some meaning behind it. Like it hasn't changed in however many years, right? It's simple, but it hasn't evolved.
Exactly. I think that. Right, exactly. The next thing in video, has to come, and we believe that we're introducing something that's distinctly different. It's not just another small variation. It's distinctly different. So
I have to say, Allon, if you can continue going on with your back end, that'd be great.
Sure.
I dig the fact that you're showing a related product from the vendor himself, the person that's putting the video up. I love that you're bringing that, and then you're going to the next video. So if I'm engaged, I'm really into it. I can see, oh, okay, they're selling something here, and then all of a sudden now we're into another video. If I'm not interested, you kept me at the site. You kept me entranced in front of that boob tube, so to speak.
Exactly.
And it's great. I really like that, man.
Exactly. Cool. So I think you guys, and I'll show you kind of quickly, how you put together a TV page, and it's really if you don't mind, I'll just kind of jump into it.
No, absolutely. Let's get into it.
Excellent. So if you can see my screen in front of you there, it's this is my account here. I created just a few TV pages here. Each one of these is a TV page. Okay. We've designed this in a manner that makes it very, very easy for someone to use. If I can use it, the test here in the company, we laugh. If I can use it, then anyone can use it, which is definitely.
So you're the guinea pig. If he can do it.
Exactly. So
right.
if we look here, you have three essential core functions, or two core functions when you're creating a TV page. You want to find and add videos. So if you go here. And let's say we this TV page was around the brand DKNY, right? So I'm gonna just go look up DKNY, and I'm gonna get videos on DKNY. So I have search results that we're pulling in from YouTube right now, and one of the nicest things here is that you can actually drill in directly to the YouTube channel on TV page, and if you'd like, you can import the entire YouTube channel to that TV page. So it becomes that easy, literally within seconds.
Gotcha. So if I'm a vendor and I already have a YouTube channel with a bunch of my videos, I can pull them right in. Exactly.
If you think about it, there are millions upon millions of YouTube channels. There are millions upon millions of websites. TV page makes the connection. We let you have and engage your viewers with your YouTube content, your YouTube channel, on your website, not just one or two videos that it may be easy to embed, but a lot more than that. So right here I've just imported.
Gotcha.
all of the videos from DKNY. I call this DKNY TV. I can go and organize all of this content.
Okay.
What it's done, it's taken every single playlist and it's converted that playlist into a TVPage channel, which I can delete here. I can delete all these channels. I can create a new channel.
Okay.
Call it DKNY channel.
All right.
I can take videos. I can drag them into any channel
Gotcha.
very easily,
Gotcha.
right? And I can move videos onto a clipboard to be dragged into a different channel if I'd like.
I see.
I can change the order in which the videos display on the TV page.
Very
And
cool. Where do we add the big money, like the products? How do I put in the call to action at the end? Like, where's that?
Right. Great question. So right here I go to marketing spots.
Okay.
Okay, we call that and so right here I have a few spot links that I've pre-created. Just jeans. I just grabbed a sample from Zappos actually right here, which is a very familiar commerce site.
Right.
Yep.
Link right here. If it was their TV page, they would have these links right here directly to the right product page or the right checkout page that they'd want. They can put in action text, buy now or learn more, whatever it is.
Okay.
It does not only have to be products. It could be register for this, donate.
Right.
Now, whatever it is that you want to display after the video.
Right.
Right. And then I entered an image URL here that I just grabbed from the web and it put it right here.
Okay.
I created multiple spots. We call them spots.
Gotcha.
Right? Very easy to understand.
Right.
And you go into the relevant video that you want and you start associating the spots.
Oh, that's
right?
easy enough.
Yeah.
So if you have several of these spots, does it divide up the end screen into a grid and puts them all in a grid or something? Or?
That's a great question as well. So we're an engine and platform, remember. So we don't just provide one presentation. We have TV page templates.
Right.
And depending upon what you want to display,
okay.
You choose your template and every single template.
I love this. Okay, this is great. So you're essentially controlling that end screen that used to be controlled by YouTube.
Completely. We're giving, and just like
I love it, man. This is great. Allon, this is great. Let me just say it again. This is great.
Excellent. I appreciate it.
Stay classy, San Diego. Stay classy.
Just like a WordPress has thousands upon thousands of templates, we have the ability to create any number of templates on our engine. And so, and in fact, when you select a template right here, you go to, you can edit that. You can put in your own custom CSS, and you can change various attributes.
Okay.
You can also go in and you can change your color theme.
Oh, great.
Right? And you can change your canvas image, we call it. You can upload a different image, or you can go to our gallery and you can pull in images, to your heart's content.
Oh,
so
great.
it's there's a
full
lot.
brand control.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we're going to be releasing a lot of different templates that are geared. Some are geared more towards media. Some are going to be geared more towards commerce. But as you stay tuned, over the next few weeks, we're going to have a lot that will come out in terms of customization.
Well, I have to say, man, that so many people use YouTube. You're literally building also on the YouTube platform, if you look at it that way as well.
Exactly. We're not looking to compete with YouTube at all. Okay. We're not looking to replace. We're not. A lot of sites tend to try to improve upon YouTube service. We think YouTube service is amazing. They've revolutionized video and the online experience. We're just essentially spreading the way that it's experienced among the 600 million websites that exist. Right. So it's not all concentrated on one site and still driven by the big engine, which is YouTube. And it's a win-win for everyone.
So it sounds to me, if I may be so bold, that you've got a big marketing problem on your hands. You're going to need to find a beachhead, which I think you have. You're going to go after the Magento market, and then maybe start exploring other markets.
Exactly. It's like you mentioned. It's a marketing problem because there's so many different applications. There's so many different use cases. Yeah. We really have to focus. And being a startup with limited resources, being a small team, we definitely have to focus. So we're completely focused on the commerce side first, and starting with Magento, and we're going to grow from there. But we're starting to spread the word, and the more it spreads, the better.
Oh, that's
Wow.
great. I love the examples you had, even like the Tesla car. I can
Yeah.
imagine being perfect for them to want to control the experience around all
Exactly.
of the
Yeah.
videos that they're going to have. There's such a rich video company for their product, I'm sure.
Exactly. And if we look at that, for a second, it's one thing to show. I mean, I created this. All I did was import the. Can you see my screen again there?
Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I did was imported the Tesla channel, YouTube
Yeah.
channel, into this TV page, and you can
Oh,
see, here I
very
have,
nice.
yeah, this is a different template, just so to say. But and note each of these templates, you just take the embed code, boom, right here, and you embed it directly on your site.
Great.
So,
So
so
it's
what's it going to take to get this on Tesla.com? Have you
well, it
shown them the
takes
page yet?
about 3 seconds. Here, let me
Mhm.
let me actually show you.
Mhm.
I'm going into an embed test site, very simple, that embed to show you. I just embedded this
Okay.
right here on this embed test site. That's how long it would take to get that on
Well,
Tesla.
I'm not sure, if that's what you meant. Do you meant
Uh,
politically and business dev speak
yeah.
perspective?
As
Okay.
well, yeah. How are you going to get Elon Musk's attention? Show him
Yeah.
this page and say, hey, look, show him this video and say, look, it only takes you 3 seconds to copy paste this onto a page.
Sure. I mean, I think sometimes the bigger fish or the bigger companies tend to adopt new technologies last or later, before the others. So we're really looking for those early adopters, to be honest, first, before we target the bigger ones. But if you don't need to look at only at Tesla.com. If there's a cars blog or a hot new electrical vehicles blog site that wants to display Tesla's content on their website,
Right.
Tesla would be very happy. YouTube would be very happy. Everyone would be very happy if they were to take what is essentially that marketing content and use TVPage as the embed mechanism. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
so.
I totally see that. I'm also seeing myself on the screen, so you may want to click screen share. There you go, and that'll perfect.
Excellent.
Awesome. All right. Well, I have to say, Alon, now that I'm getting a bigger picture, I didn't gather all this from your website, by the way, but now I'm getting it from the horse's mouth. It's really great.
Yeah, I appreciate it. No, I'm glad. And we do find that it sometimes it does require a bit of a discussion to dive into it in order to really convey the concept, understand how vast the number of applications are and for our product. But we're excited. We're excited. We're moving forward, working day and night, getting the word out and getting the product to be a better and better solution every day.
Okay, so you said you've been at this for a couple of years in development. How much did it cost you to build this thing?
We've so far we have private investors. Over $1 million has been invested.
Really? Over $1 million?
Yeah.
Holy cow!
Oh, great.
Yeah.
That's a
And
lot of
we,
money, man.
Yeah.
Jesus, it's a lot of money. Is there any way? What did you learn in that's a huge expenditure. I mean, could you have saved some money by doing some other things? What could you have done?
I don't know. I think I think people don't realize how much it costs to have a solid team that put together and relied upon to really build a quality product that can scale. And with the right architecture in place. I mean, we're not building a website. We built a platform that really can scale. And WordPress was built on a community, and it took a long time to build a scalable platform.
Right.
We essentially decided to take on that initiative of building a platform that anyone can use and that can be easily scaled upon, and have that ready before we market. It was a business decision, and definitely, in my opinion, the right one. But it did require an investment.
What's your run rate looking like? I mean, you got a year here of funds, and are you going to hire some people to start calling people?
We have
and knocking
we have
on
a
doors?
healthy. When I say $1 million's been invested, not all of that's been used so far. We have a good chunk of change left for marketing, and we actually have another round up and coming in the works. So we have several investors that are very excited about it. In terms of bringing us to the next phase, so we're moving forward.
All right, so let's talk about your marketing rollout again, because this is a topic near and dear to my heart. So Magento is one. What other key market are you guys going to go after that?
Well, essentially, after commerce is not a small market. So there are many different verticals within the commerce industry that we'd like to focus on. A lot that are very active, more active with video than others.
Right.
Fashion, for example, is one within the commerce space that is very active with video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Technology as well, and we see a lot of different spaces, verticals that we'd like to focus on.
Okay.
So, so commerce is not a small endeavor, so to speak. It's an umbrella term for many different markets. But
Listen,
beyond that,
Alana, honestly, if you simply just nailed a bunch of Magento customers and just got really good and really tight with that community, I could see this thing, really growing. And just by sheer virtue of it being seen on so many different sites, and people are like, "Oh, I'm seeing this player again." Are you going to do a little powered by TVPage at the bottom, helping you
sure,
promote
sure.
yourself, or is that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's. I mean, it's our player, it's our system, it's our guide, and we definitely will promote it. But we also want to maintain quality first. We're not we're a quality product before anything else. We want it to be used. We want users to embrace it. We want businesses to embrace it. So we're not going to do anything that would harm that, just in order to promote our name in the short term. We're looking for the long-term growth and a lot of users, and hopefully, we believe that once this becomes a solution, that we are more and more sites are not only embedding at larger sizes, but sites are converting into what we call video sites, because video is the most engaging, the most captivating format or medium of communication. So we are here for the long term, no doubt.
Very cool.
I think you guys are definitely in the sweet spot of YouTube being so popular, and making it easy for one click, easy for people to import their whole channel is huge. It makes it frictionless for people to get in and try it.
Right, we think so. It's unique. It saves a lot of time and effort on the part of anyone attempting to do anything similar on their site, and everything's managed. So you go back to your managed collections, and you remove a video, you update another video, and wherever it may be embedded. If you've embedded it on 50 different pages or 20 different websites, it's constantly being updated, and you don't have to worry about it. So we take the headache away from the user.
Oh, that's really handy. Another feature, does it when I share this on social networks, will it be embedded there as well?
Sure. We actually, that's a great question. I do want to show you something.
Let's see it.
Yeah, let's go to Facebook for a second.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm just going to log in here.
For any social media marketers listening, this is like the Swiss cheese of their industry is making sure that the embed shows up, and you got to have it all right there in the post.
Right.
Social media
guys. It's kind of getting in with Facebook, getting in with Twitter cards, and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Right. So let me show you here. Share my screen one more time. I'll just continue with this one particular user, California CycleWorks. Right. This is their Facebook page. Right. So within literally seconds, they took their TV page and they
made a
placed
Facebook
it
page
right here on their Facebook page.
Oh, that's great.
So you can see all the content, everything that we were just watching, with those marketing spots right now.
Oh, that is brilliant, my man. That is brilliant.
Right.
How nice.
So it's very much a social media marketing tool. It goes everywhere. And that's that again, if we go back to the whole discussion about, what's different between us and a player, if we didn't have this system, if every player wasn't a collection behind it with a guide management system, none of this would be possible.
Right. Then you'd be stuck with using the rest of the web or the HTML around it. Now you can control it. Yeah.
Exactly. Control it. It can be on Facebook. It can be on any social media platform, on any website, on any blog, and it's continuously managed by one entity across the board. So it's the ultimate in syndication.
I dig it, man. Awesome. This is really great, Allon.
So let me ask the big question then. How much is it cost?
So the big answer is it's free.
Okay.
Free. Okay. How do you make money then? How are you going to pay these investors back?
Well, what we are, just like many other models online, a freemium model.
Okay.
Our product is and will always be free for the basic, what we call the community version of it.
Perfect. Good.
On top of we will start to release specific add-ons and unique templates that will be at a cost. So
Okay.
Great.
when you want to do some of the when you want to do some of the more,
I love it. It's perfect, man. Sounds really good to me, Allon. You have thought this through, my man. You've thought this through.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you.
sounds great. We're looking forward to seeing those new templates. Amul and I, being in, experimenting with video here, are always looking for new design of video and how it looks on the web and how people are interacting with it. And it's great
Excellent.
that you guys are doing that, pushing that front with your templates, particularly.
Right. Well, and you know what? If you and this is it. I mean, this is not a template in the sense of a WordPress template or Magento. This is a video guide template. It's the first of its kind online, essentially. And you know what? We have a team here, right here in the office, building templates. If you have any ideas, or if anyone has any ideas on any template that they'd like, just shoot us an email, and we can make it happen. So we're excited to build many templates, and we're going to start putting out our areas of our code, pieces of our code, to be able to generate a community of developers around creating templates on our platform, something we're also very excited.
I dig that part, especially.
Yeah, that's great.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about your team real quick. We love that you're in San Diego. How big was your development team, for instance, to get it going?
We are in-house, essentially primarily developers, and we have an extensive set of people that we work with that are not full-time as well.
So how big is the team? Is it 4 or 5 guys, 10, 20 guys? How big is the team right now?
We're closer to 15 total.
Okay.
Nice.
As a team.
Cool.
Well, I look forward to hearing about this in some of the tech blogs and some of the YouTube blogs, and I look forward to hearing about it from the Magento blogs and the Magento thought leaders and the Twitter thought leaders, and hope you got some people figuring out who that is and got them on a list, and hope you're going to start working your magic.
We're starting that magic in the process right now. You guys are the first, so you guys are the Smoking Hot Coffee is the blog right now to hear all about TVPage.
Awesome.
So.
Awesome. I would love to hear it.
Yeah.
We got the exclusive this time.
Yeah,
no, you guys have a great product. It's definitely a problem for a lot of people on the web that have this video and are trying to make the most of it, and
exactly.
All these Magento users. I think you've got a great product for them.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. So, well, cool. Well, I think this kind of puts a nice bow on our chat today. If people want to get a hold of you directly, what's a good email or general email?
You can email me directly at my first initial and last name, so ACAIDAR at tvpage.com. Happy to take emails. Okay. Info at tvpage.com. We'll get to the right people as well. We have a contact form on our website, #TVPage on Twitter, and Facebook, myTVPage, facebook.com/myTVPage. Awesome. A number of ways to get a hold of us. We're here, and we're looking forward to hearing from as many people as possible.
Great.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll send more than a few your way.
Yeah. Let's hope so.
Excellent.
So before I end, I just want to end on what's a one piece of parting advice you'd like to give to other entrepreneurs, such as yourselves, grinding away, ready to launch. What have you found that's really like, oh my God, this is the awesomest secret I've ever heard? Let me go ahead and give that secret away today.
Well, this is my third venture. With we've. The prior two were sold successfully, and this one is something I've been working on. I'd say probably more than the others, and I don't believe I could say that because it's really everything I've done has been around the clock, and I've devoted myself to completely. But I think that's the key, is to really never give up, continue to devote every single ounce of energy you have to making it successful. It's what's hard about it, but it's also what's beautiful about it.
Wow, I like that.
There we go. That's great.
Yeah.
Motivation for all the entrepreneurs listening today.
That's right.
All right.
Well, thanks again for coming on the show today, Allon. I really appreciate it, man.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
Oh yeah, thanks for your time. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Sure thing.